Another episode of Dinner D Man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Now, as you see that, I had the ski mask on. I wasn't even at the game. I wasn't even at the game. I was watching it, streaming on my TV and everything. But I still came in, ski mask on. Even though, unfortunately the Lions ended up losing, it was still a good game. I'm not gonna hit the panic button on it. I do have some things that I have to say, but it wasn't like nothing real negative for real. I do understand that Tyler Lockett end up coming in, making the play, winning in overtime. So I really had a feeling that he was going to do that anyway. So that's one reason I didn't want it to go into overtime. Dan Campbell throughout the entire game, but when it's 2 minutes left in the game, you play passive. The rest of the game, though, you're playing aggressive. You played aggressive the whole time. Everybody wants to sit here and say, Jared Goff on that pick six, that messes everything up. And I'm like,
Stop the cap.
no, it didn't. It may have slowed down and stuff for a little bit, but them catching up and even tying the game at the end showed that it was a slight, bump in the road, but it wasn't something that was just like end of the world. What would be end of the world if it happened multiple times. That's the first time. And then the snapping the streak that he had. So it's not. I'm not gonna hit the panic button on it. Yes, the Lions lost, but the video that I dropped before the season started, and a lot of people are like, "No, it's not. It's not." I said once the Lions lose a game, everybody was going to be Aaron Glenn sucks. Aaron Glenn is not a good defensive coordinator. Aaron Glenn is not a good coach. He needs to go. Blah blah blah. They were going to say all of it, and I was right. Because you can go right on Bleacher Report right now. Don't have to take my word for it. Go look at it for yourself. Everybody was going to say Aaron Glenn sucks as a defensive coordinator, that he needs to go. He is the reason why we lost the game, which is cap, because he's not. End of the day, yes, you gave the wide receivers too much space, but you did your thing. Hutch, at this point, I'm really starting to think that it's about to be Detroit Lions against these refs, because even if that last one, Hutch is getting held, he's even pulling on it, and no flag is supposed to be in a holding. Yeah, the game was over with, but you should have threw this. You should have threw that. The same way you threw that intentional grounding and said, "Oh, I'm talking to America right now." You should have threw that flag. You should have threw it multiple times. You should have threw it Thursday when the guy from KC was doing too many false starts. So at this point, it's really looking like they're against the Detroit Lions, but I'm not going to go there just yet. But if it continues to happen, I'm definitely going to be that person to say it's Detroit versus everybody, not just the NFL teams, but also the referees. But, injuries, I feel like injuries really messed us up this game. I'm not going to blame it on the sole person and not even the sole play. Injuries messed up a lot today because Monty leaving, hopefully that doesn't sustain. So hopefully that's something that just stopped them through this game. And that's not something that's going to be a long-term injury. But Monty was doing his thing. He was bulldozing. You only think he would get like 1 or 2 yards, but he was bulldozing himself through. Yeah, Gibbs is a good running back. I'm never going to take away from that. He's not a good running back. But at the same time, you got to understand the difference between Gibbs and Monty is a bulldozer. Gibbs is versatile and fast. So, they're completely different running backs. So you just have to play to their strengths, and that wasn't his strength. It's to bulldoze people. Gibbs think is to quickly move. Then Brown not coming in. Brown, having that ankle injury. Hopefully, once again, that doesn't sustain for too long. That messes us up as well. So it's a lot that came from just injury. So I'm not going to sit here and say certain things, but I will say this. You had 2 minutes left. The offense was doing really good. You're trying to play. You should have played to win. You shouldn't have played to tie that game. That's the only critique that I have. Is the simple fact that, okay, no, we're going to play in the overtime, and if we get the ball first, we're going to figure everything out. No, you should have played to win. Yes, Seattle offense, y'all wasn't really doing too much. It wasn't doing too good really against them. That's why when the offense was on there, the offense was beating the defense. And I'll say it again. The Detroit Lions offense was beating the defense. So you should have put the ball and the game in Jared Goff's hands and said, "Win this for us," when it was 2 minutes. Win, lose, or draw, I would have did that. That's the one knock I have on this game, is that you should have played to win, not play to tie. That's the only critique I was going to have. The only thing I am going to have is that I'm not going to say nothing else. Like I said, I was expecting the Lions to lose a game this year. I never was gonna sit there and say they was gonna go 16-0. That's unrealistic. I'm not gonna be that fan and say that they were gonna win every game. Did I expect them to lose this week? No. But at the same time, like I said, it was a good game. It was worth watching. Still got the ski mask up, and I'm still gonna watch it next week. It was like I said, it was just a game that I would have preferred they win, but since they lost, it's all right. You 1-1. Just take it into next week, see what you did wrong, and just try to do a little better. Same video with me and my friend Biz. We dropped the thing. He dropped the video. We dropped the video together, and he even said one of the reasons why, granted they didn't play against KC. Travis Kelsey, run, slot, beat you in the middle. And anybody paid attention to that game, Noah Fant did the same thing that Travis Kelsey did. They just exposed it on us. So, that's just something you got to clean up on. So next week it won't be too bad. And I feel like, as I keep saying it, everybody's gonna get better throughout the time. So hopefully the injuries doesn't continue to plague us and everybody gets a little better. But this game I can't really just be upset about. It's just more just like if they were given that holding, they would have got an extra chance. Would the Seattle Seahawks probably still have won? Maybe. You should have gave them an opportunity and at least called the game correctly and fairly. The game was definitely worth watching. I live in North Carolina, so this ski mask was hard as hell to find. And hopefully I don't put my name on the list for me trying to find this ski mask in North Carolina. So any other cold state, it probably wouldn't have been an issue. The fact that I was walking around trying to look for the ski mask, I'm pretty sure I might be on the list. So hopefully I can continue to drop videos and I'm not in jail or on some type of list because people out here looking for me because they think I'm about to commit a crime. So, that's really one of the things that I want to say, man. I hope a lot of people wore it. The game was, like I said, it was still definitely worth watching. I wish the outcome at the end was different, but the game was still worth watching. So I still enjoy myself. I still enjoy watching the game. And hopefully one day, the Lions continue to have go on win streaks versus, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. But what y'all think, man? What do y'all think about the game? You got any good comments, negative comments? How you feel about Aaron Glenn? What do you think could have changed that would have gave the Lions the win? I got a comment section for a reason. So, I just I appreciate everybody watching it. I appreciate everybody, just talking back, just ways I can improve on this every week by week, But that's it for the day, man. It's another episode of D&D. As I say all the time, man, like to subscribe. Thank God Almighty you like to subscribe. Peace, y'all.